Hello, my name is Jean Watson. I was born on June 10th, 1940 in Williamson, West Virginia, although I currently reside in Colorado. I attended the Lewis Gale School of Nursing, obtained my bachelor's as well as my master's in psychiatric and mental health nursing from the University of Colorado at Boulder. I later continued on to receive my PhD in educational psychology and counseling. In 2008, I founded an international nonprofit organization, the Watson Caring Science Institute, created to advance the philosophies, theories, and practices of human caring. This institute is dedicated to help the current healthcare systems retain its most precious source, competent and caring professional nurses, while also preparing a new generation of health professionals in a broader model of caring science. I began writing books after a traumatic injury which involved the loss of my eye, which was then followed by the tragic death of my husband. Let's talk about my theory of human caring. This theory is a grand theory which is very broad in nature and encompasses the world of nursing. It is made up of four core concepts: the curative factors, transpersonal caring relationship, caring occasion, and caring moments. The structure for the science of caring is built upon 10 curative factors. Number 1, embracing altruistic values and practicing loving kindness with self and others. Number 2, inspiring faith and hope and honoring others. Number 3, trust self and other by nurturing individual beliefs, personal growth, and practices. Number 4, nurture helping, trusting, and caring relationships. Number 5, forgive and accept positive and negative feelings. Number 6, deepen scientific problem-solving methods for caring decision-making. Number 7, balance teaching and learning to address the individual needs, readiness, and learning styles. Number 8, co-create a healing environment for the physical and spiritual self which respects human dignity. Number 9, minister to basic physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. And number 10, be open to mystery and allow miracles to enter. The transpersonal caring relationship is an intersubjective human-to-human relationship in which the nurse affects and is affected by the other person, in this case, the patient. I believe that caring is the moral idea of nursing in which the utmost concern for human dignity and preservation of humanity is present. The caring occasion occurs whenever the nurse and another come together with their unique life histories and phenomenal fields in a human-to-human transaction. This coming together in a given moment becomes a focal point in space and time. A caring moment involves an action and choice by both the nurse and the other. The moment of coming together presents them with the opportunity to decide how to be in the moment and in the relationship, and what to do with and during the moment. If the caring moment is transpersonal, each feels a connection with the other at the spiritual level, opening up new possibilities for healing and human connection at a deeper level than a physical interaction. The key terms of my theory include person, health, nursing, and the environment. The person, both the nurse and the client, are non-reducible and are interconnected with others and nature. Health is more than the absence of illness. Health refers to unity and harmony within the mind, body, and soul. The practice of nursing is different from curing. I have tried to make nurses value knowledge and practices of human caring that are geared towards subjective inner healing processes, as well as the world of the experiencing person, which requires unique caring, healing arts, and a framework called the curative factors. The client's environment contains both external and internal variables. The nurse promotes a caring environment which allows individuals to make choices relative to the best action for themselves at that certain point in time. Hosan and Okuma spaced a research study titled The Effects of Nursing Care based on Watson's theory of human caring, which was based off my theory of human caring. They studied the effects of nursing care based on my theory of human caring on anxiety, distress, and coping when infertility treatments fail. In their study, Women whose infertility treatment resulted in failure were followed starting from the beginning of the treatment. Ozan and Okumas examined my 10 curative factors and used all 10 of them in their study. Data was collected in an intervention and control group of women who had failed infertility treatment using an anxiety inventory distress scale and ways of coping questionnaire. The researchers used standard care when dealing with women in the control group, whereas my theory of human caring and 10 curative factors were implemented during follow-ups within the intervention group. The intervention and control groups significantly differed in anxiety, distress, and coping levels. The intervention group's mean anxiety score decreased by 13 points and distress by 14 points in a positive direction. Now, let's talk about a time in which I implemented my own theory in my practice. This is a case of a 78-year-old female who had a history of falls, lung cancer, and shortness of breath. This patient was admitted to the unit with complaints of generalized weakness and shortness of breath. Her anxiety, along with the anxiety of her daughter and husband, were very high. I noticed this and practiced loving kindness within the context of caring consciousness, which is one of my 10 curative factors. The patient began to question whether or not she would make it out of the hospital. In response to this, I spent uninterrupted time with my patient and her family in order to build a trusting relationship and to create a healing environment. This patient's anxiety, along with her family's, diminished. I believe that caring is a moral ideal rather than a task-oriented behavior, and I implemented this belief with this particular patient. As my theory states, humans cannot be treated as objects and cannot be separated from self, other, nature, and the larger workforce. This patient, while she was medically ill, needed more than just medical treatment. She needed to be cared for. She needed to be in unity and harmony within her mind, body, and soul, which I was able to do for her by implementing my theory of caring, forming a transpersonal caring relationship, and sharing a caring occasion and moment with this patient. I hope you learned a little bit more about my theory of human caring, and I hope you all choose to implement my theory into your everyday practice.